Hello and welcome back to Chinese History Written by Chinese. I'm Xiaomao, your guide through the captivating stories of China's legendary figures. And today we'll uncover the story of Emperor Yao's succession. Our semi-mythical story is dated back to around 2500 BC. Emperor Yao had been ruling harmoniously for many years when he began pondering the future of his kingdom. His wisdom and virtue had brought peace and prosperity to the land, but he knew that his time was finite. The question of succession weighed heavily on his mind, for he wished not just to pass the throne, but to ensure his people would continue to thrive under a wise and capable ruler. Yao had a son named Danzhu, but he was idle, irresponsible, showing no interest in serious endeavors. He was restless, prone to making false statements, and enjoyed arguing. To educate Danzhu based on his inclinations, Yao invented the game of Go, Weiqi, embedding the principles of governing the country and self-cultivation within the game. This is considered the origin of Go. Unfortunately, Go didn't work on Danzhu, nor turn him from a bad boy to a responsible prince. Emperor Yao wasn't convinced that Danzhu had the necessary qualities to lead. As Yao sought guidance, he turned to his trusted advisors, the Four Mountains, 四岳, asking who might be worthy to take on the enormous responsibility of ruling the land. The Four Mountains suggested Shun, a virtuous man known for his extraordinary filial piety, xiao, and moral fiber. Intrigued, Yao asked, "Tell me more about this Shun. What makes him deserving of such a responsibility?" The advisors explained, Shun is the son of a blind man named Gu Sou. Despite his father's arrogance, his mother's stubbornness, and his younger brother Xiang's arrogance, Shun has always been able to live harmoniously and respectfully with his family. He embodies filial piety and has managed his household with wisdom and patience, ensuring that his family did not fall into chaos. Such great filial piety and virtue, when used to govern the country, should ensure that the kingdom is governed well. Yao now faced a moral dilemma. Should he pass the throne to his own son Danzhu and build his family legacy? Or should he pass it to Shun, a seemingly more capable leader? Yao knew his answer. He once said that if he passed the throne to Shun, it would only disadvantage one person, his son, Danzhu. However, if he passed it to Danzhu, it would disadvantage all the people under heaven. 终不以天下之病而利一人. Yao, ever the wise ruler, was cautious. He decided to test Shun's character in a more personal and direct manner. He gave his two daughters in marriage to Shun and observed. Shun treated them with respect, ensuring that they did not feel superior despite their royal lineage. They moved to the humble banks of the Gui River, where Shun lived, embracing their roles and contributing to the household with diligence. Additionally, Yao allowed his 9 sons to spend time with Shun, observing his interactions and leadership within the family setting. Yao wanted to understand how Shun would manage responsibilities and maintain harmony, trait essential for a ruler. Although you could see, here Yao also arranged a pretty good deal for his own children. He married his daughters to Shun, the future heir to the throne, and asked his 9 sons to hang out with Shun every day. Only a bad deal for Yao's oldest son, poor Danzhu, but hey, he gets to play Go every day. Also worth mentioning, this Shun guy seems like a nobody, just a commoner, but he actually isn't. His great-great-great-grandfather was Emperor Zhanxu, which we covered in the last episode, making him also a direct descendant of the Yellow Emperor Huangdi, and a distant cousin of Emperor Yao. But who am I? Just a little cat, and how dare I to speculate the motivations of a sage emperor like Yao? It is totally inappropriate in Chinese culture. Back to our own chosen boy, Shun. True to the advisor's words, Shun's behavior was impeccable. Shun carefully promoted and personally practiced the 5 virtues 五德. It includes fatherly righteousness, which emphasizes the role of the father in providing moral guidance, demonstrating fairness, and being a role model of ethical behavior for his children. Motherly kindness, which highlights the mother's role in nurturing and showing compassion, providing emotional support, and creating a loving and caring environment for her family. Here you can see clear patriarchal gender roles in ancient China, just like the medieval times in Europe. The 5 virtues also mention brotherly friendship, which refers to the elder brother being friendly and caring towards his younger siblings. Brotherly respect, which underscores the younger brother's duty to show respect towards his elder siblings, recognizing their authority and the guidance they provide. Last but not least in the 5 virtues is filial piety, 孝, which stresses the importance of children showing respect, obedience, and care for their parents, honoring and upholding the family's values and traditions. Together, these 5 virtues, 五德, encapsulate the fundamental principles of harmonious familial relationships, which were considered crucial in ancient Chinese culture. Okay, back to Shun's test. He perfectly demonstrated these 5 virtues, citing an example that everyone followed. Moreover, when he tilled the fields on Li Mountain, his respect and hard work inspired others to follow, making the community more cohesive and cooperative. When he fished in Leize, he demonstrated fairness and generosity, characteristics that won him the admiration of his peers. Even while crafting pottery on the banks of the Yellow River, his work set such high standards that no substandard wares emerged, showcasing his commitment to excellence. He's even a human GPS. When Shun was sent into deep mountains and dense forests during fierce storms and harsh weather, he never got lost and never failed in his duties. Moved by these qualities, Yao decided to elevate Shun to a position of greater responsibility. He entrusted Shun with overseeing ceremonies and rituals, requiring him to harmonize relationships within the royal family and among the ministers. Shun executed these duties flawlessly, earning unanimous respect and loyalty. Despite his rising status, Shun faced severe trials, particularly from his own family. His father Gu Shou and stepbrother Xiang, driven by jealousy and malice, plotted against his life multiple times. Gu Shou instructed Shun to climb high and repair a granary with mud, then set fire to it from below. Shun protected himself with 2 heads leaped down like he had wings, and narrowly escaped death. Later, Gu Shou told Shun to dig a well. When Shun reached a deep point, Gu Shou and Shun's half-brother Xiang filled the well with soil, thinking they had buried Shun alive. Shun, of course, escaped because early on, when he dug the well, he also secretly excavated a side passage leading outside and escaped through that side passage later on. Gu Shou and Xiang, believing Shun was dead, celebrated. Xiang said it was my idea first, and they divided Shun's possessions. When Shun returned and visited Xiang, Xiang was shocked, but pretended to be sad, saying, I was just thinking of you, missing you so much that I felt depressed. Shun, however, remarked, You truly are a brother. I'm not sure if he's making sarcasm here. Anyway, Shun continued to serve his father and stepmother and treated his brother even more graciously than before. Acknowledging Shun's resilience, wisdom, and integrity, Yao formally appointed him as his co-regent. For years, Shun assisted Yao in governing the kingdom, demonstrating his capability and earning the admiration and trust of the people. There are three essential elements that all sages and great figures in Chinese history must possess to achieve greatness. They are divine mandate, virtue, and talent. Emperor Yao deeply understood these principles and based on it initiated the abdication system, 禅让制, in Chinese history. After several years of assessment from these three aspects, Yao found that Shun possessed all of them. When Yao's health began to decline, he knew he had made the right choice. Emperor Yao's decision to choose Shun over his own son set a precedent that echoed through the ages, exemplifying the ideals of meritocracy and ethical rule in ancient Chinese civilization. In the subsequent history of China, regardless of the dynasty, Emperor Yao has always been highly regarded. Confucius, 孔子, also expressed high praise for Emperor Yao. Confucius said, 大哉尧之为君也，巍巍乎为天为大，为尧则之。Great indeed was Yao as a ruler, majestic and sublime. Only heaven is great, and only Yao could emulate it. Emperor Yao is considered the founding figure of the Confucius orthodoxy and a model for later rulers to govern effectively, demonstrating his immense virtue and influence on future generations. 28 years after abdicating the throne, Emperor Yao passed away. Upon hearing the news, the people were as sorrowful as if they had lost their own parents. For 3 years, music was not heard throughout the land as everyone mourned Emperor Yao. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear what you think about these legendary stories and any topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes. Thank you so much for joining us on Chinese History Written by Chinese, where we uncover the rich and intricate stories of China's legendary figures. Remember, history can be a mirror, reflecting lessons from the past. I'm Xiaomao, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.